This time we are looking at Unit 3 and we are working with this lecture, The Story of Fairy Tales. Let's have a look at it. As usual, it has a quiz, and I really recommend you going through the quiz. First, let me show you. So there is the text to introduce you this topic. This text has some useful vocabulary in bold, and then some vocabulary exercises with these words. Plus some questions just to think about. Yeah? Fairy tales, it's quite an interesting topic to listen about. Yeah? So, once you've done the quiz, you can go to the lesson and open the handout. So this is the handout. Watch the lecture about fairy tales and take notes using the template below. Again, in normal teaching time, what we would do is to listen to the lecture twice and take notes. It's extremely important skills and necessary skills. However, in new conditions, we do not have this task in the final exam. That is why you may want to do the following. Just open the questions directly. Have a look at the questions and watch the lecture twice while answering the questions. But in this case, as soon as you watched twice without any pausing, you will give yourself maximum 2 more minutes to check your answers, and then you should stop working on it. Okay, so let's look at the questions. Number 1, the definition of a fairy tale. Yeah, this is very important. You need to write as close as possible to what the lecturer says a fairy tale is, and at least 2 examples. What is the focus of the lecture exactly? Yes, we know that the topic is fairy tales, but what exactly is the focus? Who were fairy tales written for? And then 3 general purposes of fairy tales. You need to write the purpose and explain what the lecturer means by this purpose. The more details you will give an explanation, the better. And the last question, according to the lecturer, why do parents read fairy tales to their children? Again, according to the lecturer. Okay, here you go. These are your questions. Watch the let me remind you once again, where is our lecture? For those who forgot, media album. Fairy tales. This one, 6 minutes, 19 seconds, okay? Download and watch it. Watch the lecture twice and try to answer the questions. Now go to your lesson folder and download the tape script. So let's check our answers according to the tape script. So let's download it. So on one hand, we have our lecture questions, and next to it we have transcript. Okay. So, question number 1, how does she define a fairy tale? Okay. Here it is. Yeah. So let me start off with a definition so that we have a clear idea of what meaning. So now there should be definition. Things happen in fairy tales that can't happen in ordinary life. Yeah. So maybe it doesn't sound like a real definition, but this is what she says. Okay. And what examples does she give? A boy becomes a bird, A princess sleeps for 100 years, mirror talks, a pumpkin turns into a carriage. So any of this, okay? You need only two, so just choose any of these two. Next one, what is the focus of this lecture? Here, focus today is on purpose of fairy tales and answer these questions. Why were they created? So you can write what? What is the focus? You can write the purpose of fairy tales, or you can write this one. Why were fairy tales created? Next one. Who were they? Let me read this. Who were they written for? Of course, they were written not for children. Yeah, they were for adults. Okay, so we can write for adults. Next one. Next, we are going to the three purposes. Yeah, so she's talking about it. So the first idea is that fairy tales cause a sense of wonder in the reader or listener. Okay, so the purpose is to cause a sense of wonder. You can write here. To cause a sense of wonder. So that would be enough. And now explain. And she says, let me explain. Wonder is an emotion that we feel when we're excited, la la la. It is the sense of wonder that some scholar believes is the reason why fairy tales exist. They help people wonder about the workings of the universe. Yeah? We will say they explain that you can give the definition of wonder, okay, but it's better to say that the sense of wonder, so that is the fairy tales helped people wonder about the universe, yeah, about life. Okay, so I would think that's the best explanation for it. Next one. Yes, and then if you want, you can also add that if we imagine anything, that anything can happen, then we must also believe that this can happen in our life, that life can change. So this is a good also adding life, and fairy tales help us make us let's say make us hopeful. Yeah, this is also a good thing to come here. They make us believe that life really can get better. This is also a possible good possible answer. Let's also add it here. Okay. So you see, the more explanation you give, the more points you will get. So one explanation is 2 points. Yeah. So for example, if you write it just like this, then you will get 1 point. If you write more, then you'll get 2 points. Next one, purpose number 2. Yeah, let's move on. And that is entertainment. Yeah, entertainment. So purpose, entertainment. So let's explain. People didn't have TVs or radios. They played music, they talked, they told each other stories. Yeah, and also fairy tales were popular. This is not important. This one, but people's life and work was extremely routine and boring. Yeah, factory work, farm work, it's hard on body and mind. Yeah, so fairy tales help people escape from the routine in their lives. Yeah, so you can say that. We can say that here, yeah, people didn't have TVs or theaters. Yes, but their life and work was hard and boring. Yeah, so we can use this sentence. fairy tales helped people to escape from the routine of their lives. Okay, so this is a good answer that should give you 2 points. And the last purpose, yes, and I want to discuss one more idea, yeah, that is fairy tales serves the purpose of civilizing people. Yeah, by the way, if you don't know the meaning, yeah, please check civilizing people. Or to civilize people. Yes. Okay, let's use it as an infinitive, yeah? To civilize people. What do I mean by civilizing? Explanation. Civilize means educating people about good behavior. Yeah, so we can explain here. Educating people about good behavior. So let's explain it more, yeah? How do fairy tales do this? Think of applause, the events. These events teach us things. They teach readers important values of life and society. Values like hard work, honesty, and goodness. And that's a good way to teach people how to be good citizens. Yeah, there are always consequences in fairy tales. People get punished for not obeying their parents and so on, and there is a reward for good people. Yes, so we can say that educating people about good behavior, we can add values of life and society. Yeah, so that people in fairy tales, yeah, we can add that in fairy tales people get punished for example, yes, not obeying their parents and get rewards. If they follow the rules. Yeah? If they follow the rules. Yeah? Good. That should be enough. Good. And the last one. Why do parents read fairy tales? So let's have a look. So you see that these fairy tales, they're not that simple childlike. Yeah, they're very deep. They're stories about who we are and what we believe in. They come in as an entertainment, but they're quite powerful. So let me wrap up with a thought. If you ever doubt the power of fairy tales, think for a minute of how many you still remember. It's not quite clear, yeah, actually what to write here. Maybe it's not even a good question to ask. I suggest just not answering this question. It's not a good question, and for the next term, I promise I will change it. Anyway, that's enough for what we have here. I hope you enjoyed this lecture. I find it quite interesting. Good, thank you.